for you. If your daughters are fans of Elsa and Anna, you know this movie Frozen is anything but a horror film. In this video of English for Finance and Economics, we'll be addressing tone in writing. We've already discussed the importance of tone and the differences from mood. We've also discussed power. You're starting to figure out that tone gives you power. If you had no prior background knowledge of Disney's Frozen and watched only this trailer, would you be convinced it was truly a horror film for kids? Would you let your kids watch it? In business settings, as we know, written communication is essential. So we must be aware of the tone we are sending in our writing. Where our words could be very clear in our minds, we could be sending strong messages in the other direction. In this class, and our first class, English for Management and Leadership, we've talked a lot about being aware of our words and body language as we speak to our employees and coworkers. With writing, we have only our words to show, so tone can easily be misunderstood. How did you feel about the email in your most recent reading called Delay in Analytic Software Launch? If you haven't read it yet, I would advise you to stop this video and do so now. What did you think of it? If you were to analyze this email just for tone, what would you say? Let's see how we can improve it to keep our tone and temper in check. These tips can be applied to all our written business communication, not just emails. The Journal of Personality and Social Psychology did a study showing that we misinterpret the tone of emails 50% of the time. What's more interesting is that 90% of us believe we can correctly interpret tone in emails. We better put our skills into action so we don't become one of these statistics. Did you notice the subject line? So the first rule is to make sure your subject line or titles of documents don't contain negative words or connotations. You wouldn't want to read that, would you? Instead of delay, it'd be better written changes in analytic software launch. Also, pay attention to the rest of what you write. Are there negative words such as never, unavoidable, uncertain, mistake, problem, irresponsible, unfortunate, bad, false, delay, limited, failure, neglect, difficult, difficulties, trouble, unclear? We see those words scattered throughout the email. Next, always imagine you are in the other person's shoes and that you are the one reading it for the first time. Don't use words or lingo way over your audience's head, as we see in the computer jargon in the first line of the email. Next, find a way to flip those negative phrases into positive ones. Remember, however, to still be honest and have a clear purpose to your message. Look at this news. I'm unable to provide the report before Wednesday afternoon. What if it read, I would provide the report at the earliest by Wednesday afternoon. Our example email says, we are uncertain when the launch date will occur. I can tell you're thinking, better written is, next Friday is the earliest we'll know more about the launch date. Don't play the blame game. Instead of, if it weren't for the conditional procrastination from a certain department, other issues may have also been resolved in a timely manner. Just say, the deadline for the submission date was missed. And last, be proactive. Focus on what can be done instead of what didn't get done in the situation. How did you feel when you hear this sentence from the email? To those of you needing the software for the audit coming next week, there is nothing that can be done about this situation. How can we switch the focus in this sentence to something proactive and positive? Try as we might, emails and other written business communication may still be misinterpreted. If we have tried our best to be concise and aren't angry or condescending as we write our emails, we've done our part. If it is misinterpreted, it is not in our control. But the best piece of advice I can give is to take a deep breath, pause, and then read your words again carefully, all before hitting send. I once sent an email to my sister while frustrated, and it hurt her in such a way it's taken us a while to heal. What are some of the takeaways from this lesson about writing tone? Recognize that tone is a powerful tool. Don't use it incorrectly. Write using positive words, not negative ones. Look for places where negative words and phrases can be turned into positive ones. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Don't play the blame game